She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Joy Behar calls her a 10. I mean, how dare she objectify a woman with a sexist rating system? But it's such a typical thing from a 1.5.
Well said.
It's so cute when one of their side gets punished. They sulk like they ran out of raw cookie dough in the green room.
Ever wonder what happens when a daytime talk show, normally the one dishing out the heat, suddenly finds itself scorched by a legal inferno?
Watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million to President Trump's future library. That's a great thing for the American people.
Picture this. The biggest names in television, who are used to leading the conversation, suddenly find themselves on the defensive, facing a challenge that could change everything for them.
It's about The View. It's become like a medical hospital that displays human misfailure. Here, let's look at this political oddity. You know, it's like it really is like the left-wing equivalent of a carnival sideshow, except instead of bearded ladies and fat clowns and two-headed cows. Well, let me rephrase that. But The View is a victim of the sunk cost fallacy. You know, how can you now speak the truth when for years you've been telling lie after lie after lie? Now you're carrying this big bag of rocks around you because it's too harmful for their ego to admit that we really were dishonest. And they could be honest. All they would have to say is, look, we hate Trump so much. We were willing to lie about Joe Biden because we felt he was preferable. We thought our lying and our cover-up was on your behalf. Just say that. You're still scum, but at least you're an honest scum.
This isn't just a quick headline. It's a full-blown story. A massive lawsuit mixed with a sharp, funny takedown so intense that it has the whole media world buzzing with shock and curiosity.
And you would think, you know, ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories about assassination attempts, but I guess that's too much to ask from The View. I mean, I got to ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that.
The first move was an $800 million bombshell, a number so huge it sounds less like a lawsuit and more like a country's economy than a claim against a talk show.
It's said that Gutfeld talks about you all the time.
Who is he? Well, really, who is he?
I don't watch the show.
He has a show.
I don't watch the
never
show.
Heard of him.
Yeah.
I guess he's just obsessed with me.
No. Next, Joy's going to say she's never heard of carbs. Seriously, her denial of knowing me is as believable as her red hair. But obsession? I mean, come on, Joy. Where would you even get that idea? Like Joy Behar's face, it's looking worse and worse by the day. More full of crap than Joy Behar after a night of scotch and Taco Bell. Her being named Joy is like me being named ugly. Joy wasn't there on the show. Apparently Mondays are her days off when she feeds in the pasture.
And the name behind this massive legal challenge? Karoline Leavitt, a political figure who made it very clear she had no intention of staying quiet or letting things slide. Instead of stepping back or brushing it off, she chose to face it head on, sending a strong message that she wasn't about to turn the other cheek or back down from a fight of this scale.
Motives stink worse than Joy Behar's jog bra. I mean, assuming she jogs. Oh, wait, there she is. She has a point. Maybe I am obsessed, but some people are obsessed with Bigfoot, and they don't get to see him on TV every afternoon. And if they did, could they tell the two apart? I don't know. But yeah, it's true. I am obsessed with her the way a mongoose is obsessed with snakes.
The first question, spreading quietly from one person to the next, was impossible to ignore. What could the hosts of The View have possibly said or done to spark a reaction this big? People weren't just curious, they were hooked, trying to figure out what could push things to this level and turn a regular conversation into something this serious.
Their brains are small. But who's the dumbest one of all? True, none of them are in Mensa, but who's the most densa? Perhaps it's Sonny who mastered the art of making idiots look smart. Now, The View could ask a mirror who's the dumbest one of all, but there's no way that glass doesn't shatter. The true sign of the apocalypse is someone that dumb has a law degree. Worse, if your name has the word sun in it, there's no excuse for not knowing how an eclipse works. But it's no surprise that Joy is the one who understands science. She's been on the science diet for years.
To really understand the intensity of this response, you have to understand Karoline Leavitt. She's not the kind of public figure who carefully chooses every word and avoids controversy at all costs. Instead, she's direct, outspoken, and willing to step right into the spotlight, even when the situation is tense or uncomfortable.
Whoopi will be back here in 2 weeks, okay?
It's so cute when one of their side gets punished. They sulk like they ran out of raw cookie dough in the green room. Yeah, ABC suspended Whoopi for 2 weeks because she said the Holocaust had nothing to do with race. She said this on a show called The View, which makes everything about race.
Instead, Levitt has built a reputation as someone unmistakably bold, fiercely outspoken, and completely unafraid to dive straight into conflict, or even stir it up herself when the moment calls for it. She doesn't shy away from the storm. She meets it head-on, turning challenges into a stage for her own brand of fearless action.
Republican presidential candidate Tim Scott dropped by the Furry Five earlier today, and I thought the U.S. had a distinct policy against torture. He took the opportunity to call them out over crap Joy Behar recently said about him, specifically that he doesn't get systemic racism, which is like saying Brian Stelter doesn't get Ben and Jerry's. But Joy Behar gets racism after all. She's been black on Halloween. Yeah. But Joy wasn't there on the show. Apparently Mondays are her days off when she feeds in the pasture. But that is convenient, right? It's like one of my aunts dies every time Brian Kilmeade wants to hang out.
So when Levitt felt that The View had crossed a serious line with their comments about her, she didn't respond with a careful statement or a polite press release. Instead, she went all in, treating it like a full-scale battle and launching her fight through the courts, turning what could have been a simple dispute into a high-stakes showdown.
Sausage maker Johnsonville is recalling more than 42,000 pounds of pork sausage for possible contamination with plastic fibers. Fortunately, authorities were able to track all 42,000 pounds to a single location in New York City.
And The View, a show that has always thrived on pushing boundaries and sparking provocative conversations, suddenly found itself up against someone who wasn't just ready to respond. Karoline Leavitt was taking the lead. She turned the tables, shifting the dynamic from playful debate to a serious confrontation, showing that she wasn't just participating in the conversation, she was commanding it.
Ah, you look tantalizing. You know, I make fun of The View a lot, but that's only because they keep talking. Because COVID also taught Sunny Hostin how to get her groceries delivered.
3 years, that's when I discovered Instacart. And I give them a big tip because they don't always pay their people well. And it's so that's been an issue, I think, for the company. But man, you can get toiletries, you can get fire logs.
Fire logs? She had to tell the audience that she tips big because even she knows she sounds insufferable.
This isn't the first time The View has stirred controversy. Over the years, the show has built its brand on fiery debates and bold statements that often spark public outrage. Its format thrives on clashing opinions, where panelists are encouraged to speak their minds, sometimes resulting in on-air explosions that go viral. Looking back, there's a clear trail of moments where their commentary triggered backlash or even legal threats, showing a pattern of pushing the envelope. Now, the irony is striking. A show that spends hours dissecting others' words is under the microscope itself. As lawyers circled and strategies were drawn up, another voice entered the fray. not with legal papers, but with razor-sharp wit. Enter Greg Gutfeld, the late-night host with an uncanny talent for spotting media hypocrisy and turning it into comedic gold. For Gutfeld, the drama surrounding The View and its massive lawsuit was a feast. He didn't just report it, he roasted it relentlessly, turning the talk show's missteps into a running gag across his monologues. Every jab, from the host's delivery to the chaos of the legal battle, was delivered with precision, amplifying the public spotlight and fueling the firestorm. The stakes go beyond embarrassment. Lawsuits of this size carry serious financial risk, but the damage to reputation and credibility could be even worse. Every replayed clip, every punchline, serves as a reminder of the true weight of words. Attempts to downplay the situation only draw more attention, creating a high-stakes collision of law, media, and public opinion. Reputations hang in the balance, and the rules of engagement are being rewritten live, with the world watching. This saga is a wild ride, a lesson in media power, and a reminder that every word matters. For those watching, learning, and creating in this space, the takeaway is clear. Stay sharp, stay bold, and keep pushing forward.